Hey, how's it going? So today I'm gonna start sorting out the Patriots. It's just gonna be get the Patriots done before anything else happens. I have too many projects lined up that aren't getting done. So this thing that's spinning around here, this is the Don't Get Lost Unit 2, 2.0. So I started building this to go into that rib, into the 12K rib. The idea was that I would put the heading at the top and then have the compass readout cardinal direction in a lot bigger text. So I'm using a custom font here, but I've just noticed now the W is like not very nice looking for west. Yeah, see, it's like it looks kind of like too much like an H. The other thing over here is the time could be closer to this line, so it's sort of left aligned. And I've actually moved all the X and Y and the GPS coordinates over quite a lot already. So the negative value on the number isn't just a dash, it's just a line, but the dash is a little bit too long. This dotty dots, usually they're spaced out. They have 4 pixels of space for that character, when really they only need 1. So that's custom as well. And then that lets the GPS readout be a lot more to the left. And then that gives you the extra digit space here to go into like 100,000s. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do about this W. I like that it's big, and I think I should just for now try and center this readout here within that box, and then move the time over to this area. Another thing that's come up talking to people and even just trying to do things, the flags on the top of the Patriot, really only the American flag looks good. All the state flags are kind of, they're not the best flags. I think doing an animal on the side is a really good idea. But I might have to find something else to put on the roof. Or they can all just have American flags. But anyway, in here we've got the reversing camera. And then when you touch the screen, you get the map in the background. The map's just like totally useless because you can just use this map. And there's just so much more information on this map. And it's like kind of interactive. I guess in Korea you don't really do waypoints. So yeah, that's why I thought I'll have this reversing camera. And then you touch it, and then that takes you to the Don't Get Lost Unit 2, which has that big GPS thing, and the coordinates, the time, the cardinal direction, and the heading. And on this one, I was already testing the window so that this can go into the rib, the 12K rib. And it should be okay if I move that time across a little bit. This here is the custom fonts, but I'm not sure if there might be a better one to use that has a more of a W looking W. Where this text box for the time is being drawn needs to go to the left. So I think on this, how does text box work? X and Y starting position and then width and height. So starting position for time 2 and 2. That's definitely not 2 and 2. Oh, it is 2 and 2, so it's meeting up here, but the box is the whole width. And then it's right aligned. So actually what I want is to figure out where this line is, then +2. So I should actually be able to get the X position on the X and Y here, and then use that to figure out, and then just left align that text box. I should be outputting an X. Yeah, this thing here, screen draw text box. This is the X, and that's outputting the letter X, then a new line, and then the letter Y. And then directly after it, I have colon, new line, colon, and I've shuffled those two text boxes kind of over top of each other. If I just put that in there for the times text box X position, maybe I'll try -1. I don't really understand. It's really hard to read what the devs have put in for their instructions and then understand it. Yeah, it needs to go across 2 more, so I might be able to... I need to change the time. Yeah, see, when it changes to a 2, then it lines up. So the window's fine here as long as you don't go into somewhere with 100,000s. And then you're gonna lose your 1 digits, so that's probably not the worst thing to happen. So I just need to figure out how to center this thing. I think it's this thing. DST, because it's like a custom thing being printed out. I don't think there's any way to center this. There's no like option within this DST thing. There's no way to center this. What I've done here with the GPS readout is I've used this variable X and Y offset, and that moves the number around depending on if it is in the negative or the positive. So I could do something like that where I check if cardinal angle will be the text, so it's a string. I'm not sure what I can do in Lua, but if I can go like, we have to give it a different name than X offset. So CD offset equals 0 by default. And then I can go like, if, how do you check string length? So we go if CD, apparently the hash returns a string length, says Google. So if the angle cardinal direction is 1, then there'll be no change to the offset. So if it's 2, then CD offset will equal something else. Oh, so here it's equaling 3. So I should change this to 3. And then I should put this down here. I should have figured out how much it goes across, but it should be 6 or 7, something like that. Plus 3, right? So it's the original 3 pixels off from the left side. And then I'm moving it across like half. So it would be like 6, because one of those letters is 6 pixels wide. They'd be the errors because that's how things work. I did it wrong. I'm offsetting if it's got 2 instead of 1. Doing it backwards. Okay. It looks like it needs to be +1 anyway. If the length is 1, then offset, let's do 7. The 6 looked a bit funny. Northeast. North. Yeah, that's good, eh? Wait, how wide is that? 6 wide? And I guess my text is 4 pixels wide? I mean, that'll do. There's a bit of empty space. You know, I could put some other stuff, some decorative pieces, or maybe I could drop this down a little bit, put the heading below it or something. I don't know. That's kind of the stuff that would be easy to solve in the future or update in the future. What am I doing? What do I need to do here? I need to take all this, so the controller's set. So I need to copy those, and I also need to copy, I need VS Code for this. This is going to get messy. Copy these 2 things, and then we find in here the camera's controller. One of these. Cameras. Paste those in there. So now we can call that up. Man, we have all this other crap coming in. And now I need to take all this. Okay, here is VS Code. I need to put a big old line through here. This bottom thing here is just drawing a map. I think these rectangles here are the gray area on the display on top of the map where the time and the GPS coordinates go. So this bit here, if video channel, that's the important thing. And then the thing below it is the reversing camera. So I only actually need this piece, really. And then like the bottom piece. So everything in here, I better check and see if width and height are being set. Yeah, okay. So if video channel, then inside of on draw, I think I should probably do it like here. I need to pull out some of this stuff like where the variables are being set. Okay, so if the video channel is that, do the thing. And then if it's not that, do this, which is like the reversing camera. So now I should be able to take, yeah, this thing here is the custom font. Should be able to copy all that and then just go whoop and then hope it works. Nope, didn't work. Compare number with null, and I can't interact with that. It said 98, line 98, which is this line here. So reverse distance isn't a variable, which is this line here. And I just had that below minutes. There you go, we're in reverse. My touch input does not work. Why no touch input? The touch input is going to the microcontroller. Then the touch input is this one, which should be starting on channel 1. I wonder if I need there must be a thing here. Video channel. Yeah, I haven't set video channel. Video channel is on number 3. And then angle is on number 4. And then the clock is on number 5. Okay, so I've got some overlapping channels that might need some tweaking here. Damn it. So GPS X is coming in on 1. And then in here, GPS X is on 1. Video channel is on 3. I think I'm just missing some variables. There you go. Okay. So we're going southeast apparently. Now we're going south. Now we're going southwest. Is this actually southwest? Southwest. Yes it is. Okay. Northwest. North. Yeah, I like that the heading number is kind of easy to see as well. Time's easy. I could move the GPS coordinates up so you can see like how I'm looking right now. You can't see it if you kind of have to look down a bit more. I think that's all okay. I wonder if I should change the color of the bars on the back here. They're green at the moment. These things. Maybe I should make those yellow. And then it's like consistent with the display that's in here, which is also yellow. Because the truck's yellow. And I think I'll just leave those coordinates down the bottom. Time, heading, direction, GPS. Reverse. Yep. So let's grab the color value. It must be this color. What one is that? Where is that being output to? Down here. Okay. I don't remember which one of these is the bar. I think it's this one. Draw a rectangle. Set color. White. That's white. RGB. This one here must be the green bar. There you go. Yellow bars. They don't look the same, do they? But it might just be because they're on white instead of on black. I think that's all it is. Oh, then these should probably... Yeah, I should make those yellow as well. I went with green though because green is like confirmation color, you know? Yellow is more like warning, hazard color. That's anything that's like this. 0 red, 255 green, and 0 blue. I can just paste over that color code. This is one of those situations where like I don't really care. I'm done with this truck. I want it to just be out. Yeah, I mean that's not bad. I do not mind that at all. What else? Is anything else wrong with this? I like that the defib is the yellow. Fuel flat. Blah, 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 blah. Door. It'd be nice if I could get the mirrors to work, but then it means I have to put cameras in somewhere. These work. These work. That works. The hose works. I've not tested if that will actually pump fuel in. It's one of those sort of too bad if it doesn't situations. Marker lights work. Emergency lights work. I think this is done. I'm going to say this is done. I'll get this prepped for the workshop then, I guess. And what I mean by that is... I'll save it. So the next one in the line of the Patriots is this one, line haul. This one is supposed to be just a like normal prime mover kind of truck. And the only suggestion that I got, okay, I got 2 suggestions. One was for Canadian flags, or just the Canadian national flag. And then the other one was for the Alaskan flag. So we have the Alaskan flag. and a grizzly bear, because I thought that was like very aggressive, and I liked the idea of that. This one I think is pretty much set as well. I would have liked to make this blue, but I tried it and it's like overwhelming how blue it is. There's no reversing camera in this, but I might be able to hide it. Or I could just put it right up in the top in the back there. That'll be fine. There might not be a distance sensor hidden in there, or it might not be connected. I might change the saddle to be blue. And that is the correct... Actually, it might not be the correct color. At one point I made it the correct color of the Alaskan flag, and then I think I changed it because it was like... I might not have. It's a really vivid blue, and I don't like that. I would have liked it if it was more this kind of blue. But obviously, you can't just change a flag because you don't like the color. So I'm going to go with that. I don't mind how that flag turned out. Maybe I can replace the purple. Oh yeah, see, that's a real nasty blue. The other option is to just like get rid of this blue completely and do everything in that blue. I kind of like that. This is the blue I was using on the seaplane. There'll be some spots where it's like kind of hard to see. I really enjoy this blue. It is a nice blue. See, then I can just like completely get rid of this blue. Like I can get rid of the idea that there's a flag here completely. And then I can also actually like, I would paint that yellow, I think. I like this. And then it's like the same yellow as this. Actually, it's not, but now I can make this, all these stars, the same yellow. I'm going to leave the emergency lights in because I really like them. I guess I'll leave the hatch black on that side. And then I need a camera. I don't know if I need the big one or the small one. I think this is, yeah, it's a big one up here. Although I was only using the big one to get the field of view change. So I could like rotate it around a little bit. So video camera feed goes into high camera. Then there's a distance sensor here. I don't know what was turning that camera on. Does it need an on? No? Okay. Oh, I quite like this. Maybe the seats need to not be red. And then I just need to upgrade the don't get lost unit in there. What do you guys think? I quite like this. I like that it's simple. I like the color. I could change those colors maybe, but they're okay. The seats are red because it's like red, white, and blue. So yeah, this is going to be very standard then, isn't it? So I need to save this. Don't get lost unit 2. Save, and we'll save it as the full name. Don't get lost unit 2. Okay, so this is on the wrecker. Yep. Now we switch to line haul. I'd probably call this like prime mover or something, but I don't know. Now find the camera's controller, and now what you do is load don't get lost unit 2, and it should have all the nodes in the same place, but it's got all this crazy logic in here. So everything should just be connected and the logic changed. There you go. Do I leave that yellow, or do I change it to be white or blue? What do you think about this color? About this color scheme? Doing the white, grizzly. I think the grizzly looked better in black, but then you need a white truck. But if it's blue, I can use the Alaskan stars on the top. I really think that grizzly bear needs to be grey. Which is very annoying because it'll just disappear. The other thing could be to outline it. I think I can get away with deleting this block. Oh, that's so much better. Right? So much better. I don't know what's happened down here. It's like I'm missing a microcontroller or something. Let's just, I must be missing a controller. This is a very long gap to have. We'll just pretend we didn't see anything. Line haul. Yeah, that's good. I like that way better. Okay, we'll say truck number 2 done. Okay, third truck. We need to sort this one out, fuel truck. I think this is just too long. The problem with this is that the cab is so long. And then there's no wheels for ages until you get into the back. The solution to this is either I put another set of front wheels behind the door, or I put another set of wheels at the back, and I probably shorten the whole thing up. I think this one also needs to like have a different kind of symbology. I think this needs to go military, you know. I did kind of have a look at doing this with the... I have another idea, which is a... what's it called? It's a roll-off or something. Roll on, roll off, something. If I could do this right, probably have to be back one more. It's still too long even if I did that. At first I had thought I wanted to use only birds. I guess maybe this is a thing of thinking like New Zealand has a lot of birds. I guess the rest of the world has a lot of birds, but we don't have a lot of, like we don't have bears. We don't have bears and wolves and foxes and like other land-based predators. So the majority of our wildlife is birds and like geckos and stuff. I might actually grab the line haul and convert this to the base. Yeah, you can see the fuel flaps there, so I need to come back even further. Oh, that's annoying. If I put the wheels here, the fuel flap needs to go all the way back. I would need to get rid of like all of that. Damn it. Huh, I don't actually think there's controllers in there on either side. This could actually be really interesting. Let me paste those wheels in, and then I want to grab the controller and the pivot. I guess I'll grab the anchor as well. What else is this grabbing though? Just those. So those need to come down quite a lot. Probably down at one more, to be honest. Oh, there is this controller would need to move. And on this side, it's just a barrel. Oh no, it's another controller. What do you think though, having two wheels like that? It's pretty crazy looking. Obviously those rear wheels would be much further away. You know, I kind of like it. Which means all of this needs to go, I think. Oh, there's like a charger. There's so much crap that needs to move for that to work. This pipe needs to go, which I think is the fuel line. Also, why are those blue? That needs to go. The charger is charging the backup battery. All of that's got to go. The floor's gone now. I really like this though. I really like this idea. I don't want to do this for the fuel truck though. I want to do this for the roll-off truck because that's one of the reference pictures I saw of it. If I do another axle in the back here, this one's also shorter. There's no bed in the back of this truck. I think I should maybe do the same with the fuel truck. Let's just grab all of this. Yoink. And then grab this. I'm just going to move things very sort of bit by bit, and then I can figure out exactly where everything needs to go, how things need to be cut. So there'll need to be like a piece in here, and then the wheel arch needs to go up. So I should check that on the other side. Yeah, let's get rid of all these walls. This here is a fuel pipe, I think. I must be able to delete this. Hey, where was that even going? Wait, up goes nowhere. Down goes nowhere. What the hell? Now I have to check that on the other truck. See if that's even connected to anything. So I'm thinking it goes up like this, and that's basically the same as this piece here. So I can grab that indicator, paste that. Need to move this charger and get rid of these barrels. Weight barrels can be put in later. And then I can cut this single wheel, and then so that microcontroller needs to move. And then is that pipe the drive line? Looks like it. Oh, wait a minute. Goes across, then down. This one here is the drive line that goes off to the pivot. So from here it needs to I need a T, I think. Also, probably need to get rid of that. And then whatever the microcontroller on top here is. Is that a fire extinguisher? Huh. I'm going to cut that so that I know I need to put it back in. Yep, and then we can go pipe up and then across and into a straight. There you go, one wheel connected. And I'm pretty sure I'll lose whatever is in the back here, because I'll need to do that. At the very least, I'll need to do that. All the microcontrollers need to move. That sucks. And then I think this pipe that's running across the top is going to the drive line. And I think I'm going to have to move my suitcases, because I do not want this pipe here. I want it to be across. It's just weird that it does that. Oh, what is that? What is that? There's like pipes that go to nowhere. It's just a pipe to nowhere. Why does that exist? Okay, and then I think I need something like that. Oh, it needs to go up and then across. Like that. Yeah, so I don't know what this pipe is doing here. Going to exhaust, I think. Which will need to move because of this one. And I don't think I can send it over here because I've got the compass sensor and the jig. And I'll make sure I get all the paintable signs back so I can put pictures here. Even though this might actually just get pushed all the way back. Huh, okay, I think that's it. I should just be able to paste this in and then that wall will be fixed up. So I'm going to go over the tanker. None of the steering works. I think only one wheel is actually connected. It's that back right wheel. There must be some broken pipes in the other Patriots as well. So that must be where one of these is coming out. If I cut all these microcontrollers and get everything separated away. So I need a floor in here. And then I'm going to fill in that gap. I'm going to fill in that gap. I'm going to get rid of... I'll fill it with weight blocks, you know. Need some low down weight. How does this work? Clutch goes out, in, through gearboxes, up. And then a T, because the T is going into the fuel tank, I think. Yeah. So then this pipe that goes all the way along the top then goes across. Oh, and here it's going into nothing. From there it runs into these two axles, these two wheels, and then carries on into the pivot at the rear, and also goes forwards and into the front wheels. And then the fuel manifold is... Where is the fuel manifold? Over here. And that has a pipe that goes down. Oh yeah, okay. That should be alright. I think I need to put in these wedges on the axles so that it's consistent. I don't know what that pipe was doing. Was it maybe fuel delivery? Fuel goes through this middle pipe into a T, into here, up. No, it wasn't fuel. It wasn't exhaust because it wouldn't be anything else, only fuel. Oh, and maybe it was part of the filling system. which I should be able to just chuck in through the back though. So we'll take this, and that can go down the back now. Connect that. Feel like I need to have something on top though. I need a new place for the fill port because too far back, and then I have to extend the cab, when in actual fact I'd like to cut the cab. Or if it was just down lower. What's behind there? Battery, I think. And on the other side is microcontrollers and relays. Cut that. See, I want the battery to still be accessible. Ah, what is all this crap? It must go to the pivot. But I want this. This is exhaust. What is that? What is this? A microcontroller? It's too high up. I just want to go where that tank is. Or where this microcontroller is. Okay. Alright. Oh, I was trying to move the fuel cap. Where was I going to put that? The fuel filler port. I can't really put it here anyway because it goes directly into like a tank into the wall. It needs to go through into something. What if it went like that? See, it might actually fit up higher a bit. Like in there. Yeah. So I need to move these switches. And this is also like the hood switch as well. So that kind of should be not here anyway. Okay, this is what I'm doing. If I put the pivot down really low, then I can bring the switches back over and put them in that gap. And that is okay. It's not the end of the world. Oh yeah, that's okay. That's okay. So we have a welder on one side and a fire extinguisher on the other side. And the suitcases are gone. So, I want to like, I want to keep these steps here. Actually, yeah, I need something in behind there, but it doesn't even have to be a solid block. It could be a microcontroller or something. That's fuel, and fuel is going in here. So I can change it to this pipe that's got all these different ports on it. Here you go. Now, how much of the suitcases is real logic? Key, what does that do? Running lights. What the hell? Some of these things might have been put in to like override subtat. I think I'm using all of that though. Sucks. But what is all this? Right marker, left marker, rear marker, right. What is all this? Rear right marker, rear left marker. Yeah, because the indicators are still connected. So realistically, what I need is like a deck space. And then that will give me enough space to hide all this. This will all fit pretty easily within that. So now I need to grab the rotating part, the pivot. I just need to merge it back in, basically. Because I want to move the wheels, the wheel part, not the pivoting part. So from like here, from there, basically, all of this can go back. We're going to be ditching the fifth wheel on this. Probably the camera up here will move. And then there'll just be a big pipe. It won't be that big. It won't be this long. So there is a charger somewhere, which is 2 blocks. Yeah, I'm just going to fill up, jam all these spaces filled with stuff, as much crap as I can get in here. Oh, that's where the sensors are. Okay, maybe not. Do I have a 2 by 5 2x4. Then a 1x2 and I don't think there's any ones. Oh, I could put the relay in the bottom, that might look cool. I'll put a block there to fill that up. Get a 1x2, which I'll use the charger for this one. And then grab that relay. I don't know what this relay's doing. Why it's connected to this one marker here and not that one. It was, originally I had it so it would, I might not even need this actually. I'll put it in. The relay is disconnecting electricity from the GPS. So if you're not actually in the truck, it's not going to be using electricity to turn the screen on and check what your GPS position is. Then we have random blocks from the briefcases, from the suitcases. Fill that out, fill that out. Yeah, so all below here I can put microcontrollers in. I think I could get away with just bringing that straight down. Yep. Okay, so now there's this big flat panel in here of microcontrollers. And I've only got a couple of 3s to hide. Actually, do I even need this block? I don't think I do. I think it'll look better if it's just sort of free floating. This probably doesn't actually need to be here because the wheels are going to be so much further back. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for, like random space inside. I think I'm going to need blocks there, but then I've got 3 up here. 3, yeah, I can definitely fit these things in. Having them in the wheel wells also makes it kind of easy to get to. So that's good. And I can still even fill up all this with just filler blocks. Because there'll still be that one block that you can weld on. Huh. Did that just like work out perfectly? So if I fill in that, have a look on the other side, should have filled in something. I get the feeling it didn't fill in behind it though. Yeah, I think it missed that one bit. Uh-oh. So this rear bit here is the armor layer that needs to be connected to that. And I've got steering way back over here. Steering inverted and normal steering. And then brakes. Where's brakes? Brakes. Brakes. And then... Oh, what? Yeah, this one. Handbrake. Parking brake. This should be working now. Which side is the steering wheel on? We have a good display. We're reversing camera. It drives. I could do like Ackerman steering. I don't really know if it matters so much. I also don't care. I think this is fine. Yeah, I like this. So I want to use this as the roll-off truck and also as the tanker truck. That's about, I should be able to bring this rear axle a lot further in. A lot. I really did like this pumping system on that side though. Do you think I can just slot this directly on the back? Nope. I mean, it might go on. Definitely not. Definitely won't go on. I mean, this is basically correct though, isn't it? Oh, I need to make sure I have another spot for the winch, or I have to turn the winch sideways. Should I just use a smaller winch? I think a big winch is good. Okay. It's real long though, isn't it? Very long truck. Yeah, whatever's going on there needs to get lost. Because I need... Oh, what am I doing? I don't need any of this. I think I need to just put blocks along the top like that. Although... I want to make sure I can get at this valve if I really need to. The bypass valve. Yeah, this should pivot and like limit the range by bonking onto that. That should be okay. And then I can use weight blocks and barrels. And I don't know where these pipes are going. Hopefully it's all just straight through. Although, what is this? There's definitely a pipe needs to come up somewhere. I feel like I should chop this and push it back one more. Then I think I can more better sort of angle this piece off here. Maybe I connect it at the top. I think that's better, and then I can do that. If I get rid of that one block, then I can even send it back more. Oh, what if I do that? Yeah, why not? And then I can change this one into one of these long ones. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe that's where you just want to go normal wedge or something. Yeah, I think that's the way to do that. And then green, 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 green. Probably should paint this line green. Okay, now what about, have I saved this? What about a spear wheel? I mean, it's gonna really cut into where I want weight blocks, isn't it? But it would look nice. And it would suit the build. Let me get rid of all those back ones, and then it might just have to be hanging on its own. Well, I mean, this has got like a fender, so this other side should have a fender as well. That makes sense. And then a spear wheel needs to come in, so it doesn't need to cut into some of these blocks. Which kind of sucks. It's not the end of the world though, is it? And it's just for looks on the outside because you can't interact with it anyway. Oh, this one's got a different color. The pipe is different gray to the gray of the truck. And then I could put a toolbox or whatever fits in that gap. I should be able to do barrels again through the whole top section. And then just fill this one in. Fill that in. Wonder if I should fill, yeah, I should. That looks quite nice. Oh, but I can't. I need to reroute this pipe a little bit. So now I can paint this to go on the angle. There you go. And I can paint along the top. I think it's a good idea to leave a little bit of a gap to jump up on the back. Oh, but it would look nicer, I think, if it would brought right up. I think it looks nicer if it's closer. I'm just going to do this. It's a bit cheeky. This little spot here is the only thing I really need to worry about. And maybe the spear wheel where it pops up. That little knob there. I could just do that, and then that's not even that bad of an option, really. I think I'm going to need little supporting things anyway. I don't know what I'd do up the front, because it's like not as fat up the front. And do I need... Now it's like maybe... Where do I pivot? What pivots? What parts pivot and what parts don't? And will anyone notice? Do you think I should swap the orientation of this stuff? Because I had set this up for being on a right-hand drive vehicle where the coordinates and the time is sort of closer to the driver. So for left-hand drive, would you prefer the time closer and the cardinal direction on the other side, or is this okay? I think this is pretty cool. Good ground clearance as well. I really like these new trucks, because you can just sort of haul ass and not care. I think the dual steering on the front is very interesting. especially I think for like a heavy vehicle. If you're thinking about a fuel tanker and how much liquid, how much that would weigh, if you're going with a full tank, you would want as many axles as you can possibly get. This one might need some more subgrid armor. I think that was quite a productive day, really. I got the Don't Get Lost Unit 2 solved, which would be able to go on the 12k starter boat as well, the plus version. The wreckers sorted. The line haul truck, which is the blue one, that's basically sorted. I can just see there's some painting that needs to be doing, and I need to make sure all the indicators and lights are working. And then the tanker is basically working as well. Same sort of thing, just the lights need to be checked on it. And then I can also use the new front dual axle version to be used for the hook lift or the roll off, roll on, whatever it's called. So hopefully I can get these all sorted in the next couple of days, upload it onto the workshop, and then I can begin on the trailers for these. So thanks for watching. I'll see you later.